Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? It is TTR Friday with myself, Paul, and nobody else. As you can see, I am missing my colleagues at the moment. However, that won't be for very long. Sam and Alex have said they're going to be 5 minutes late. Billy has an appointment with the nurse, so I don't think Billy's going to make the show at all tonight, but he has regular visits from the nurse to patch up his leg. And that's what he's getting done tonight. But he secretly probably enjoys having the nurse out rather than sitting on camera, to be honest, guys. But welcome to the show. Tonight, we're basically... Oh, he is one already. Well, there you go. She's not 5 minutes late. Wow, look at the hair. What's going on there?
Yeah, look at me, man. Went and got her hair done, didn't she? That's what I was with.
It looks really nice. That does, Sam.
Thank you.
It's not your normal. Well, I don't know what. I don't
Careful.
know what. Are we going on a special date over the weekend by any chance? Is that why you've got your hair done?
It's always a special date.
Well, actually, I am looking forward to the weekend as well because
tell me.
Well, I surprised Susan with for Mother's Day, just to say thank you for everything she's done. Like, since I got especially with the stroke and everything, and how she's been through a lot as well health wise, and still battled through it and looked after me and the kids. So for Mother's Day, I booked a hotel away in the lakes for tomorrow. So we're heading away first thing in the morning down to Kendal. And then stopping down in a really nice hotel, and then having a look around the lakes tomorrow and Sunday, and then coming home just after tea time on Sunday. So
that's very thoughtful. How wonderful! I love the lakes.
She's never been. Can you believe that? She's never been to the Lake District, which I'm staggered about. But you know what? I can't be nice at times, Sam. I can be nice.
All the time, Paul. All the time.
I do surprise her now and again with nice things. But I felt like after what she's had to put up with me being so bad with the stroke and stuff, I thought, no, I've got to step it up. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And for everything she does for the channel, not just looking after.
Well, she does everything,
also
basically.
Supporting your dreams as well.
Yes. Graphic designer, a mother to the kids, the boss, basically. What more can I say? But
behind every great man
is a great woman, indeed. No doubt about it. Lots of comments on your hair, Sam.
Thank you, everybody.
Positive.
Don't get too excited. It'll be the bird's nest again before you know it. So yeah, enjoy it while you can.
Indeed. Anyway, do we have a wine tonight? Well, obviously you've got a wine in your hand, but you know what I mean. Just for a bit later.
No, I don't.
There's nobody you want to kick off with this week.
If I come up with anything, I'll let you know. I probably will. I'll just tell you to roll it. But let's just go with it and see what happens.
Andrew DB says the lakes are so peaceful. I've just lost his comment now. There they are. The lakes are so peaceful. I love rowing on them. I proposed on a boat in the middle of Ullswater. Well, Susan's
peaceful until boat. Paul gets there.
Hey. I am a civilized gentleman, I'll have you know, Sam. But Susan doesn't do boats. She won't go on a boat. No way. But yeah,
my fella has a boat, and I'm actually quite frightened to visit it. Like, I call it Rusty Betty because I've never seen it, so I'm just hallucinating that it's this like really horrible piece of shit boat in the middle of the lakes. But yeah.
Oh, has he got one in the lakes?
Yeah.
All right, I didn't know whether it was on the sea or lakes. Hey, I mean,
I know.
Listen,
I'm excited to go.
Well, yeah, but those boats that you hire on the lakes, that can be a little bit, Let's say they've been in action for many years, so you don't know what you're gonna get. Trevor says Lake District north of me. I wouldn't go further south though; it's too close to London. Behind every great woman, man is a woman rolling her eyes, says Aaron. That's
yes.
I mean, I don't know if you have this, Sam, and probably most women do, is they have a look don't they? You know, when you as the man, you know you've done something wrong, and you just get the look as if to either
no words required.
say shut up or you're in bother, sunshine. You know, every woman has that look about them.
I have really terrible facial leakage. Obviously, everybody knows like my reactions are horrendous anyway. So I despite the fact that I'm a chatty Cathy, no words required, just the face.
A chatty Cathy. Interesting.
A chatty Cathy, you know, somebody who just chats on a lot. That's me.
Get away. Michael McIntyre with a super chat. Hi, Lady Sam. You look like the morning sun. Toon.
Toon, thank you.
God almighty. The morning
You're hitting
sun.
this, aren't you? You're hitting this.
Fancy getting your hair done before you come on the show. Jake says, don't I know every man needs a great woman. Just proposed to my lady last Friday. A jubilant Toon fan couple representing here in New Jersey. Congratulations, Jake. Nice one, matey. You know, the TTR Friday tends to just drift in various different ways, doesn't it? The conversations.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah. Let's have a look at some more. Everyone's just saying hello to each other in the chat. Andrew says, has Sam got wine? Is like asking if I like 7-0. Yeah, it's a very good point. It's a very good point. Every girl loves a sailor, says Mike. Well, would you class him as a sailor, Sam?
He's, you know, a seaman.
No. No, you had to take it there, didn't you? Yeah. You know, I know Billy's not here, but you had to take it there.
Somebody's got to make up for Billy not being here, right?
Yeah, you seem to be blushing a little bit with that comment, Sam.
I appalled myself sometimes.
Yes, unbelievable. LG says he gets that look every time she wakes up. Oh dear.
The scowl. Mine's like a half eye thing. Like mine's like I'm going to take all this in. And then the silence, because then they over-explain themselves, which makes it even worse. Like, here's the shovel, keep digging, because I'm just going to watch you hang yourself. Love that.
Indeed. Garant says, my doing something wrong is me breathing usually. George says, Lady Sam can have a whine about the next season shirts doing the rounds. Look terrible. Oh, do you know what it is? I'm going to put us back to a 2-screen until Alex gets here. Now I know we've got the old logo there, but I haven't worked on the logo on this background yet, so that'll change in due course. As soon as I do that, he bloody turns up, doesn't he? Here he is.
Hey!
There you go. He's with us.
If you want.
No. It's turned into a pint of mine here, isn't it? Christ.
Well, kind of, yeah. We're just talking about Alex. The ladies, they have this kind of look, don't they? When as a man you do something wrong and you don't need to be spoken to, they just look at you in a certain way. I'm sure Anya's got one.
I wouldn't know. I don't do anything wrong.
Oh, you know what? You are so up yourself at times. It is incredible. Honestly. Jesus Christ. Graham says, I've been with my wife 30 years and it only seems like yesterday. Oh,
he knows the game. He's knows
done
how
something
to play.
wrong, hasn't he?
Good man. Good man.
Graham says, is that the new TTR badge? Yes, it is. This is the official logo now of the Toon Review on your screen there now. You can see the big version. That will be going on the new merchandise, which will be worked on in due course. And don't worry, Sam, you will be getting first dibs. You will, whatever we bring out, we have already decided that you shall have a treasure trove to yourself. So you can have some TTR merch, because obviously, you know, we've got the old logo on the hoodies and stuff, but we will be doing other stuff now. I am popping down to Mama Roo's on Monday to have a chat with Steve, because Steve hopefully has some contacts which will provide a lot better service for our merchandise, and then we won't be waiting 4 or 5 weeks from order. So yeah, it just got a bit too much for me and Susan doing it on our own. We need somebody professional to help, or professional to do the merch, who can actually get them out to customers. And of course, you great people out there, but Sam is first. She made that biblically clear in the group chat on WhatsApp yesterday, that she has to have first dabs on any merchandise that comes from the Toon Review in the future.
Absolutely.
Indeed. Anyway, let's talk a bit about Newcastle United, shall we? Because obviously Eddie spoke this morning. And it looks like Sean Longstaff's on his way, Sam. He basically, I mean, Eddie doesn't, he very rarely says these kind of things in press conferences, but actually admitted that, you know, the future is very unclear for Sean.
And that surprised me, actually. I didn't watch the conference. I watched your conference review, and
as you should, yes,
as you should. And I was very surprised, because he usually keeps the cards close to his chest on this one. So that seems like it's, you know, pretty much nailed down to happen now. Let's face it, I think as a fan base, it does feel right that we say goodbye and a huge thank you to Sean. You know, there was a time when he was absolutely fantastic and served us well, but I just don't think that's the direction, the trajectory, the standard. You made a really good point this morning, actually, Paul, about after that injury, it's just unfortunately never came back.
Can somebody please clip that, just these last 20 seconds? Sam's actually said I made a good point on a Friday night. I'm
staggered. It was just internet trouble. I'm not sure that's what she said.
Yeah.
I'm never going to say it again, ever. So wallow in the moment, and thank you for interrupting my flow.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Right. Yeah. As I was saying. Right. Yes. Right. Do you want to see the scowl again?
No, not at all. No,
that is it.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah. Right decision. Time to go. Best of luck, because, you know, let's all remember he's a local lad, and we've been the first to sort of call him out, but that's what we do. Nobody's infallible, but the standard just hasn't been there for him. So all the best.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
And I mean, Alex, there was some people in the comments on this morning's show, you know, disagreeing with me because I said it's time for him to move on. But they kind of disagreed because they were looking to Europe next season and homegrown players, of course. But you know, we have to move these players on, even if they are homegrown, because we you know, Sean is not going to be an elite level player where this football club wants to take us. I think he'd do a good job in the Premier League for maybe a mid-table team, but I don't think he's where we want to go.
Yeah. Correct.
But...
However,
yeah,
that's why we love Alex. Yes, come on, counter.
We will need a big squad for a European push.
Yep.
Well, for being in Europe, and it depends on the rest of the ins and outs. I think the club would like to be able to maybe upgrade and get some money for him, but it doesn't mean that's going to happen. It depends what the interest is, what the prices are, whether they can do this amicably and get a good replacement in. It's all dependent, because there's a lot of other positions to sort out first. We've got a lot of expiring contracts, and we'll have a lot to sort out. You know, Jamal Lascelles, goalkeepers, a right winger, because it's just Jacob on his own at the moment. There's a lot to deal with. You know, does Trippier stay another year? What if bids come in? Do we entertain it? There's a lot more to consider. So at the moment, he seems like he's about 6th out of 6th in the pecking order. So you'd imagine we'd entertain some offers. But if somebody comes in with like 5 mil and a packet of crisps, absolutely no chance. I'd rather have him in the squad when we've got to play 50
some
matches.
fans might disagree with you there, Alex. Actually, as long as it's
smirky bacon. Some fans can go and look at the injury record and how difficult it is with a thin squad. So it doesn't matter if it doesn't really matter, because he's gonna be more experienced and competent with some of the younger players in the academy.
Yeah.
And Trulls, I don't understand what you mean by we have Miley, Alex, so I disagree with you totally. Mate, Miley makes it 5 midfielders for 3 places. So that's not 2 players for each position at the level we require. We need a senior footballer who's competent in midfield. Sean fits that bill. Is he a Champions League quality player? No, I don't think so. Most of us probably don't think so. But it's about needing him in 10 or 15 games, the odds and sods games. Who plays in the early stages of the FA Cup? Who plays in the early stages of the Carabao Cup?
In the transfer window, Alex. That's what I mean. There is a...
But that was what my counter was, is I'm saying that might not be realistic depending on how the transfer window goes. If
Eddie sat there, if Eddie sat there in public, Alex, and said that he's unclear on his future at Newcastle United, I get the feeling that decisions have already kind of been made.
No, I disagree with you. I get the feeling that he's teeing it up for we don't know. It depends how the summer goes. If we get a good bid in for him and we've got the right players lined up to come in, absolutely, yes. But if we haven't, then that might not happen. I think he's teeing it up to say we're not sure.
Yeah. I see Sean going to Everton. I really do.
That'd be a logical move. It's a good, that kind of move. I agree with you. I'm not saying that you're wrong.
No, I get where you're coming from as well.
I don't like you putting out into the universe that's Eddie's definite suggestion.
No, I did not
think
say
it's
that.
far more 50-50.
I said it was interesting that he said it. And it kind
of...
I agree.
I said it.
Sam said it. So, yeah.
I think it's 50-50.
Argue with the woman with the new haircut. You know what I mean? Don't.
Okay, here's one. Let's say we take a small bid for Sean and we just get rid for maybe less than we'd like, and we can't find a reasonable replacement in time, and the window closes and we've got 5 midfielders.
I'm being positive. This is like Wolf of Wall Street window. We have been patient. Eddie has been patient. This is like we're going to regurgitate cash all over the place.
Yeah. It depends which way. It depends which way Mitchell wants to go. Is Mitchell gonna do some high profile signings with some youngsters, or is he going to throw it all at youngsters? Is he going to do 15, 20 mil at lots of up and coming talents, and then we fill all the positions?
I think it's going to be
we
a
literally
mix.
don't know.
I really believe that it's going to be a mixture.
I think it's going to be a mix, yeah.
And I wouldn't mind shipping out lovely Sean Longstaff to get maybe somebody a bit less known in, who's got a bit of a ceiling, who can develop under Howe, because we know how well that he actually does that. I think that would be the perfect scenario. The longer we keep our Sean, unfortunately, the more his price tag goes down. Capitalize now, get rid. He can no longer do the type of role that we want for his fitness. So let's just take what we can for him with the experience he's got, because if we go to ship him out any later, we're just going to lose cash. Capitalize while we can, get someone new in. Bang!
I get the feeling.
I agree with you. If we can get someone new in, that's the thing. Yeah.
You full of ifs and buts. Just believe.
We've got to get someone in. Alex. We've got to get someone in that's either better than Sean right now, or is going to be better than Sean.
There's a lot of players out there better than Sean that we can get. I think we might. It's not just looking on an international front either. I think we may look into the Championship and things like that. There are some good players in the Championship who, for me, are better than Sean Longstaff. But I think there is
doing him a bit dirty though. He's not.
I'm not saying he's a Championship player, Alex. No, you're mishearing what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's a Championship player. I'm saying there is players in the Championship better than Sean Longstaff. That doesn't mean he's a Championship player.
I never said you did say that. I'm saying I think people are being a bit harsh on Sean in general.
Do you get the feeling, Sam, that Alex has had a bit of maybe some raw steak before he's come on tonight? He looks to be in that
I think people
mood.
are being naive. Look at Arsenal's fixtures in April. Arsenal have a game essentially every 4 days for all of April. That's ridiculous. The schedule is crucifying teams. They are a much bigger squad who've spent a lot more than us, and they are dying. They are really struggling for bodies. And when you get to the dregs, when everybody's injured, you need somebody who knows the system, knows the club, and can come in and at least do a job. It doesn't mean that we think they're great. But all that being said, as long as we can bring in a replacement in the squad, then I'm cool with that. I genuinely want us to improve the squad. And if I had control, I would want to bring in somebody better than Sean. So
I think we're going to see an element of ruthlessness in the summer from Newcastle for the first time in a while.
As long as we learn our lesson on squad depth.
I think we have. I think we have, and we will recruit in the right way. I think it's going to be a very big summer this for us. But I think the time is now to show a bit of ruthlessness, which I think they will. That certain players will be moved on for better players coming in, or better potential players as well. I think Mitchell's track record.
Hayden.
Yes,
Hayden's still contracted. Jamal
God.
Lewis, I think
Forget
expires.
about him, don't you?
Joe
Jesus.
White's coming back. So there's Joe White, Hayden, Lewis. Lascelles is out of contract. You've got goalkeepers. What are we going to do with them? And we need a right winger. And what if Trippier goes? And what if Wilson goes? There's a lot of players to replace. And whether people don't like me saying that or not, the club are not going to do 10 out, 10 in. Categorically not going to happen.
I think
I'd
I
be
just
shocked if
believe.
they do.
I really believe that in Sean's case, with all things considered, even if we get some youngster who doesn't particularly have a great deal of experience, I believe that we will get essentially the same or thereabouts level with someone with a higher ceiling that Eddie can actually work on moving forward. So I would rather take the punt, take a risk, get rid of Longy while we can, and capitalize on whatever money is there in the pot because he's homegrown, and then literally see where we can get with some unknown player. I get what you're saying, Alex, like we've got to take so much into consideration, but I'm genuinely not.
I would rather move him on.
Window.
Completely.
I want him moved on, and that's not
depends on the squad.
And the no, it's nothing personal against Sean Longstaff. Of course, it's not. I just think we've got better
Never
players.
Is.
It's about time, and I think. To be fair, in Sean's own mind, he is not going to get a lot of first-team football for Newcastle United next season. He just isn't. He's sixth in the pecking order now. So he's in his own mind, he will feel like the probable time is now to move on and go to a club where his experience and skills will be used. He is good enough to still play in the Premier League. He will, somebody like an Everton, I think he will be a very, very good player for. But for us, where we want to be as a football club and the players that we want, he's not that level. He's just not. And I'm speaking fact here, not fiction. He just isn't good enough. And I think that's why I genuinely believe in my own mind that Newcastle are going to show a very, very, very ruthless side to them in the summer, in which players will step aside and move on. Wow, he's here.
Yay!
That was quick going, yes. And it's still one leg, luckily.
Wow. Well, we didn't.
Which leg, Billy? Which leg?
She said you've got the legs of a racehorse, and a fucking clothes horse is more like it.
Well, Billy, it's a good job you weren't here about 15, 20 minutes ago, because Sam decided...
I saw it.
Yeah.
While the nurse was here.
Yeah, while talking about a fella
talking
having
about
a
man in a boat,
and then said he's not a sailor, he's a seaman. I mean, what did you make of that comment, Billy? I'm trying to get your.
I thought it was fantastic. Yeah,
it was in your honour.
Absolutely. I felt overwhelmed with emotion. Is that good?
Pride.
Yeah, pride.
Of age.
Yeah. Kenzie says Sean Bean has more chance actually surviving in a movie than Sean Longstaff does of surviving at this club.
Oh, don't be harsh, Kenzie.
The bastards.
I mean, that's naive in my opinion.
He's been a good lad, and he's put his heart and soul into this club. But let's face it, go out on a high. Go out on a high at this time. Let us as a club get as much as we can. Let him go with the memories that he's got, the contributions that he's made during the last Champions League campaign, Carabao Cup, all of this. Like, you're not going to get better than that. Now is the time.
Do you believe? I mean, were you surprised, Billy, this morning with Eddie's comments about Sean?
Yeah, I thought it was a bit open with it. If I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Not usually his style, but. who knows what's going to happen? I'd be a bit. As much as I don't think Sean's good enough, and I agree with Stato, actually, he is cover. Yeah, with six positions. And remember, if you're going to play a defensive role and play maybe 4 or 5 in the middle of the park, then down to 1. So you need to replace him first, I would say.
Can I just mention something as well, Paul, with your point about he's not good enough for what we're trying to achieve? I don't think that's a valid or fair point, because every squad towards the top of every... I'm going to explain it to you. Every squad towards the top of a league has players in the squad that's not good enough to be in the starting 11 week in, week out. It's very normal.
Yeah, but these players you're talking about, Alex, are better than Sean Longstaff, though. Sean is not a very good player.
I'm not defending Sean. I'm talking about the general concept of having somebody that's not good enough to be in a starting 11 to be in a title challenging team, for example. You know, the sort of players that have been around in top teams that weren't necessarily good enough. We've still, nobody's mentioned Matt Targett. And I'm not saying, I know we're trying not to pick out individual names. We're talking about the idea, but Matt Targett isn't good enough to be a starter for a team in the Champions League, trying to win cups and trying to win a Premier League and finish in the top 4. But his name's not entered this conversation. It's all gone on Sean. And I just think it's a bit misplaced. The idea is cover. It's not.
No, we're only talking about
because we think Sean's good enough.
Eddie mentioned him. We know there's more than Sean aren't good enough. We know there is, and we as fans aren't stupid. We can see that
but we can't get rid of all the players that aren't good enough to be in the starting 11 week in, week out, because we'll be left without a squad. Or there's no way we can have 2 good players in every single position, because it's really expensive.
But
it's
not
besides that, saying Sean wouldn't accept that role anyway, but we would need him in that role. I don't think Sean accepts that role, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I get the feeling that maybe Sean's already spoken to Eddie, or Eddie's already spoken to Sean about the situation, because Sean will want to play football. He will want to be a regular starter, and he won't get that at Newcastle. So Sean's not going to be happy himself.
How do we know that?
Oh, come on, Alex. He's not going to be a regular starter at Newcastle.
Jacob Murphy wasn't sure if he was going to be the guy, and he stayed around.
There's a lot more competition for the place. For Longstaff,
we don't know what he might stay. He might stay and see out of his contract and sit on the bench because he loves the club. We don't know that.
Nah. Sean's not that kind of.
You're naive. That's very naive, mate.
Yeah, I know the family, matey, and they are.
He's
very competitive.
He's not on a low wage.
No, but
Sean will not about money.
Sean
I don't think it's about money.
Nah, Sean's not the type to think about money over playing football, Alex. He loves the game.
I'm not saying he is. And he might
but
just
he's not going to sit on the bench. He's
not
going to stay. He's not. If he's not going to be
regular, you don't know that,
Alex. I know the family, mate. I know the mentality of that family. I've known them for years. They are not that type. Sean will want to be on the pitch on a consistent basis.
Look at everyone else we've got on the books that we've not been able to move, who have all seen their contracts out. Everybody from the previous regime.
That's why. That's the reason.
Yeah, but Sean himself, knowing that family, he will want to be playing regular football. And if that means leaving Newcastle United, he will.
That's your opinion on it. Like, we don't know what Sean's going to want to do. Who knows? Maybe he's got an agent influence. Like, you never know.
No,
the agent will urge him to move. Simple as that.
And
I think you're doing him a disservice, Alex, by saying that there's a possibility that
I'm not saying he's going to do anything. I'm saying we don't know what he's going to do.
No, but you're saying there's a possibility he sees his contract out just for the money.
Everything's a possibility in football, so I'm not doing him a disservice at all. I'm not doing him any kind of disservice, Paul. I'm simply stating he's got.
I don't agree. I think Sean will want
to
play football 100%, and if he gets that opportunity in the summer, I think he takes it, because he is good enough to play somewhere else on a regular basis. Definitely.
I agree with that. It doesn't mean he's going to choose that option. Likely, you would imagine so, but
there's too much pressure on as well. Like, Elliot Anderson took one for the team, moved on because we needed to sell him for PSR reasons. Like, he took one for the team. He was in with the crowd for that Carabao Cup final, I think there'd be too much pressure on Sean to like sit there and collect a wage packet and deliver the performances that he has. Bearing in mind, this is Happy Path based on Mitchell pulling an absolute blinder, making sure that we've got the depth of squad that's required. But I genuinely think that someone new and up and coming would deliver the same level of quality with a higher ceiling than Sean currently does. And bearing in mind, we're only actually specifically talking about Sean and not anybody else, Matt Target, for example, because it's been mentioned uncharacteristically in Eddie's press conference. So unlike him, and I mean, Paul, maybe you can enlighten us. Do you think it was maybe a slip? Like, did he mean to do that? Because he doesn't normally give anything away.
No,
I don't know. I mean, he was. Listen, Eddie was in a bit of pain this morning, wasn't he? But this, he'd been to the dentist yesterday and was still suffering. He said that at the start of the press conference. Maybe he just like, you know, when you've got a bit of toothache and you're like, you just, you know, maybe it had something to do with that. I don't know. He was like, just, I don't know. Anyway, Fabian Scher, Sam, he is staying for another season. How are you feeling about that?
Surprised. Yeah, I have loved gold moments from him. He was fantastic last season. This season, I'm like, wow, I feel like his mind is checked out. After international duty, he came back a different player. He's retired from international now, as we all know. And I just think he came back as a different player. There's sometimes we've seen lackluster performances, no grit, no drive, not normally. But then he'll like pull off one fantastic move, and we're like, oh, maybe he's back. I really don't know this. I think we know that he has got an affiliation with his boyhood club. I think he sits on at least the board of directors for that. And I believe his retirement plan is to return back there. I'm genuinely surprised that wasn't the game plan. But again, and this pertains to Alex's earlier point, you are not changing your 2024 calendar. You absolute softie. Get a new one. Get a new calendar. Do we still have that player? Who is it? Botman class.
It's Botman,
right.
yeah.
Excellent. Cool. Don't put important dates on it though, will you not, mate? Anyway, that's just my view on it. I don't mind that he's staying because, to Alex's point, I don't mind having the likes of Shaw for cover because sometimes he will pull out a worldie of a performance that we know him for. He was cheap as chips. So, yeah. Fine.
By the way, it's quite obvious that there is people in here that are new to this channel and don't realise that...
don't get what we do.
We don't agree on everything on this channel. But what I'd like to put across is whenever I disagree with someone on here, I always get hammered for it, saying, oh, other people are allowed their opinion. And yes, they are. But I'm fighting. I will back my opinion, just like Alex will back his opinion. And that's perfectly fine. And then Steve pops up and says, other people can have an opinion different to yours, Paul. It doesn't mean anyone is right or wrong. That's the whole point of having a debate about your opinion.
What we do.
It's what we do on this channel. We don't sit here and go, yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. We disagree all the time on here with opinions. That's what it's all about.
Well, the strange thing about this, and this is not the first time this has happened, is I actually agree with Paul on everything. He just doesn't seem to understand it. I agree that everything he said is the most likely scenario. I'm just saying there are other things that might happen,
like
and we have to talk about them.
And a slap on the other. That's Alex's way of maybe apologizing.
I completely agree that what he said is likely. I'm just saying that you never... If we get to the end of the summer and all we've had is a 4 million bid from Everton and nothing else, then we're keeping Sean. Like, it just depends, right? So, but yeah, I do agree with you, Paul. That's probably the most likely kind of thing to happen.
I love your way of agreeing with people on this channel.
Shocking is what it is.
It's so combative.
Before we go any further there with Sean, for those that are saying that Sean isn't good enough, can't do this, can't do that, cast your mind back to the Spurs game at home, where he did a fantastic role on Maddison. He's still got things he can do.
He has got qualities.
No-hoper.
Of course he has. But people obviously haven't seen me and Alex have some ding-dongs on here before, but that doesn't mean we're arguing and falling out with each other. It's debate and it's putting your opinions across. For the love of God, we are not a yes channel. That is something we will never be. Yes, sir, we'll agree with everything everybody says on here. Doesn't work like that. Everyone has an opinion, but I will stand by mine, just like Alex will stand by his, Sam and Billy as well. It doesn't mean that anyone's picking on someone. We're not in the schoolyard. It's adult content to a degree, Billy. Before you say anything to that comment.
You're damn right, it's adult content. Billy's on the show tonight.
Yeah. Anyway, Ian McCubbin has been a member for 22 months on the channel. Thank you, Ian. We need a summer transfer like we have never seen before. Michael McIntyre with another one saying Dixie Chicken tonight. Wow. Dixie Chicken? Anth Dawson has been a member for a month now. Evening all, bit late to the party. But on here, happy Friday and Toon. Mr. Toon Trader Ian is in the house with a super chat saying it's usually Alex getting stick. Paul, this is mint. Well, I'm not giving Alex
encouraging that behaviour.
That's what we call him, Mr. Spoons.
Yeah, Terence says Paul shouting people down. Who am I shouting down?
He's questioning the bloke.
Yeah, Paul, stop shouting at me. God.
My God, I'm such a bully and a horrible person.
Oh, my goodness.
The whole point of being a host is to generate debate. Flipping hell. And Billy's a master at it. See where I went there? Yeah. Oh
God.
He didn't just do it.
He did. No, he did. Yes, he did. Way!
Too much of that makes you go blind, by the way. Dad, I'm in the kitchen.
Oh, hygienic.
I will never unsee that face.
It weren't a cum face or anything like that. I've got that on my phone, though. If anyone ever wants to nick my phone, they're going to have to wank me off to get it.
Good Lord.
Oh, no.
Save us. God.
Welcome to TTR Friday, folks. This is very different to what we normally do on a normal weekday.
Yes.
I don't know where to go now. See,
do you know what was? Do you know what was funny? That Billy's whatever face it was that he was pulling kind of looked like the impression that he does of Alex when he uses Charles. Like it looks strange. Oh God!
One's tugging one off. Oh.
Dan Robinson says, leave Paul alone. Stato was completely entitled to his own wrong opinion.
Now, Dan.
Yeah.
That wasn't even his opinion, though. That's best of it. He was just.
Well, apparently not. He agreed with me somewhere along the line.
Who knows?
Shamrock says disagreements make it more interesting. Exactly.
No,
So good.
Terence is apparently sticking up for me. Well, it didn't seem like that, Terence.
Yeah, he was questioning the bloke that said the original comment.
All right, okay, I'll let him off. I think. Emma says, "What does Alex think of Vinicius Jr. as a potential for Newcastle United?" Dear me, we are going big.
We are. Jeez. Are we all putting in money for that? Or
yeah, is that a serious question? I mean, I guess it is. I don't like his attitude or his falling over, but obviously he is one of the best players in the world, so it's hard to say no. But we can build our own pathway, and I would rather have a team full of N'Golo Kantés and Mo Salah kind of attitudes instead of Ramos kind of attitudes. I'd prefer us to be warriors but humble and kind. You know, lots of charity work and not idiots.
Yeah.
Personally,
we've got enough depth that side anyway. Left side, we've got Barnes and Gordon. Who needs Vinicius Jr.?
Exactly. I mean, yeah. Stephen Hark is going to send you an ASM beach towel, Alex, to cheer you up.
Oh, that's very kind.
Oh, lovely.
Is there such a thing?
Yeah, loads of bandages wrapped together.
I'd sit on his face.
I can't believe you said that.
I'm appalled. Sorry.
He's good at diving as well, Sam. He's good at diving as well, to be fair to him.
God.
This is a filthy show, isn't it? Nurse! Come back and give me the leg, will you?
Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching.
Alex, do you want to take over this show? Because it's gone into the fucking gutter, man. I mean, I don't know what to say.
There is no way we're getting this back on the rails. We've left the train tracks entirely.
Gone. Yeah.
Oh my God. Alex will need therapy after this terrible grilling. Paul can pay for it. What grilling? Can I just say that Lady Sam looks beautiful tonight, says Grumpy Grandad.
You may, and thank you.
Chipper says, Billy, that's safer than having a password on your phone.
Yes, it is.
The facial recognition feature.
I'm with Paul on this one. Alex was just arguing for the sake of arguing.
What other reason is there for arguing?
Shit. It's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Warrior.
Toon Assassin says we needed Billy on here tonight to douse the fires.
Yeah.
Ooh, douse the fires.
Not quite done that.
Jesus. Typhoon Chi says, I didn't realize Sam is this pretty.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Am I like usually like a minger on the rest of these
I mean, you must look like a right munter at times, Sam. She comes on here with us something about Mary Hen, just got out of bed looking and just doesn't give a shit.
She's made an effort tonight, lads.
Aye. Dear me. Nice. John says, I'm so glad you guys are not a bunch of snowflakes and can actually debate proper. This is class tonight. Thank you. That's what it's all about. Trevor says he has tears in his eyes he has tears in more than just my eyes.
Oh,
well,
Trev.
Chaps always don't cry.
What? Oh, for...
Sorry,
what is going on here? What have you two been on tonight?
Me?
I mean, yes, damn right. As soon as Billy comes on, he's a bad influence on you, and you the other way with him as well. Me and Alex are having a good old-fashioned argument, and then you two take the tone right below.
It's banter. It's fun. This is what we do. It's a Friday.
Yeah. Correct.
Yes, just to let everybody know that this is what Fridays are all about on the Toon Review. We welcome in the weekend. We have a bit of football banter. We have a good laugh to start the weekend. That's what it's all about. That's what TTR Friday is about. So if you are easily offended, this probably isn't the show that you should be watching. Hence, comments from Billy and Sam already tonight. But if you want a good laugh to start your weekend, this is the show. It's a more relaxed environment where we're not so serious, apart from me and Alex going at it for 10 minutes. But you know what? It's a good game of tennis. Super chat in from Bruv Butler, who is celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday, Bruv. Wouldn't want to spend my birthday with anyone else. Love you all, Toons, Barmy Army. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, mate.
Toon Dave has been a member for an incredible 38 months now on the channel. Wow. Saying Billy's on the meds tonight. I love TTR Friday. I mean, is it the meds or is it?
I have had meds. Yeah, I've had meds today. I've had that water tablet, but I'm kind of okay again now. The worst of it's over. If you know what I mean.
We don't want to know, but we do.
I really don't want to go into that, Billy, to be honest. Jilly says this is getting dirtier than Billy's underpants. Why are we associating anything with Billy's underpants?
How rude.
You know,
how rude.
You guys out there watching on a TTR Friday are just as bad.
I've got clean knickers, I'll have you say.
Mine are minging.
Oh, good grief. I'll try and turn down the comments, and I'm sorry.
It's all right, Billy. I just thought I would like take the heat off you there, mate. Took one for the team, you know.
Thanks.
I've got you. Yeah.
Why would you say that? What in all things that is holy would you come out and say such a comment like
I'm
that?
protecting a colleague. I'm throwing myself under the bus. Like,
And she didn't say they were holy either.
yeah.
You have to. You need to ban yourself from drinking wine before you come on this show, young lady. I'm telling you, it's
Crotchless anyway, Billy. It's fine.
Good grief.
All right, too far. I apologize.
To be fair, I've got crotchless boxes on, but they're not really. They're just back to front.
You can wash them out a couple of times. Wear them on different legs, inside out. No worries.
Send the stubborn and the stains that hold them together. To be fair.
Paul, do something.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what.
Left. You're a poor.
I went to get alcohol because this is madness.
These people. All I'm seeing in the chat is laughing emojis. Literally every single one is laughing emojis. I don't know what to do anymore.
We're for a good time tonight. Yeah.
Clearly. Terence with a super chat saying, great show. Yes, Paul, I was defending you, mate. Thank you, Terence. It's nice to be defended. Sam, you would be disappointed with ASM. He hasn't got an end product.
Oh. Very good. Bravo.
Why is Warren putting a comment like that in? What on earth is going on?
Maybe he meant to tag in with his location or just typed it in the wrong box.
Right, can I just say it, right?
Supportive here. It's fine.
I truly believe that I have fallen asleep on the couch. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I am asleep. This show is just happening in my crazy imagination, and I will wake up and be ready to do TTR Friday because I have no idea what is going on here.
This shit show is what you hallucinated during that afternoon snooze.
Let's move on. Joe Wilkinson says, this is why we love TTR Friday.
Yes,
I'm pleased you do. I really am. I've got no idea what to do as a host anymore because my colleagues are out of control.
And you've got PDs after this as well. You've got PD Proudlove show after this.
Yeah, we're just the warm-up, aren't we, really?
We are the warm-up for the crazy show. God bless you.
Paul Taylor says, Sam is the best good-looking one. So is he trying to say we're all good-looking, but Sam's the best one? That's how I'm taking it.
I think we'll take that, won't we?
Yeah, we will. Kenzie says, Master Bait is a good release. Stephen says, Stephen says your bedhead looks good, to be fair, Sam. I mean,
thank you.
Simon's wine glass is bigger than Sunderland's trophy cabinet.
Class. Yes, it is. Yes, yeah. Dad.
Yeah. Devlin says, hi, TTR. This is the best YouTube channel. Love the watch-alongs, especially when Paul shows grandma animation thing when Newcastle scores a goal. Take it from an Arsenal supporter. This channel is the best. Wow. Thank you very much, Devlin. That is very, very kind. Norvik says, now Billy has joined the fishing trip.
Yes. I understand what you're saying about
that. Well, please.
Boats and seamen again. We're back to that, aren't we?
Oh, we've looped back.
I don't want to go back there. I really don't want to go back there. Andrew says, listening to all this banter whilst Pump It Up goes around in my head.
Oh.
Yeah. Toon Assassin says, if you're offended by this on a Friday, jog on and tune in on Sunday. Dear me. Bants tonight is off the chain, says Scott. Bants.
What a picture that was. Did you see that? You see his guns? He was oiled up. He's got more baby oil than Diddy. Jesus.
Who are we talking about?
Sorry, we're not.
Go back to,
we get banned now for
that. Put Scott's picture.
Who?
Scott Robson, last comment.
Let's not open that box.
I beg your pardon.
I'm not going to mention. Look at how oiled that guy is.
I mean, listen, me, Alex, and Billy could sit here topless and oiled. It wouldn't make any difference.
There ain't enough oil in the world to fucking cover me, I'm telling you. Fucking Saudi Arabia fucking struggle.
Oh my God. Jesus. Do you know, I thought the viewer count would be dropping. It's not. Patrick Cowan says, it would be interesting to hear when people joined this show tonight just to get perspective. I think, listen, the majority of our viewers know exactly what we do on a Friday, and we were a bit more low scaled last week, and but we miss TTR Friday because it's all about having a laugh, letting your hair down, and just welcome them in the weekend in the best possible way. This channel lets its hair down, and we have a fun, very on the line show, obviously, before we cross the line with Billy sometimes. But
okay, one, it's over the line, and two, you ain't got no hair to let down, Paul, I'm afraid. So yeah.
Go on, Sam.
Right, you see, there's no need for a comment like that. You shut your mouth, Trey, right? Because I've done nothing to her tonight. I actually said she looked lovely with her new hair, and I was very kind. And then she's just thrown that one at me. Disgraceful is what that one is.
I mean, you teed it up for us. Like, I'm letting me hair down.
I said the channel. I said the channel's letting the hair down, right? That's as far as it goes. The channel has let its hair down. So yeah, that's the way it is. But listen, we try and make you laugh on a Friday, which is all about the weekend, of course, and then we get back down to the serious stuff later. You know, when we need to, of course, for Newcastle United. You might lose your lady title soon, Sam. Absolutely.
Absolutely not at all. It was given under false pretenses.
I am, you know, he is clearly suffering.
Head over to my OnlyFans page and pop in a bid. I'm joking. I'm actually a professional. I have a career for now.
Sam,
I'm not doing that either.
How do I do what I do?
Why did you just say that? You just know. What?
She's on Feet Finder, OnlyFans. Yeah, she's also a corporate professional Monday to Friday. But who knows?
Just a little hobby for the weekend.
Yeah.
What is Feet Finder?
Google it.
No, don't Google it.
Google it.
I genuinely don't know what Feet Finder. Billy?
Oh no, well, ask me.
Oh.
Why ask you? There's plenty reasons.
I don't know anything about Feet Finder. I've not seen my feet for 20 years. I'm the worst bloke to find feet.
God. Michael McIntyre says Misty Mountain hop tonight. Toon. Ricky Thomas says love it, keep it coming. Paige, who's been a member for 5 months, says loving it tonight. Best way to spend the rest of my Friday night after work. Thank you, Paige. As long as people are having a good laugh, that's all that I'm bothered about, to be fair. Up the A1, member for 35 months now. Couldn't ask for anything else on a Friday night. I'm pleased everybody's enjoying it. I mean, there's not much on the chat apart from just laughing emojis. So
we're doing something right. It's cool.
Anthony says it's the sun, Paul. It's gone to everyone's heads.
It does something. It really does. Afternoon bevs, just a bit of sunshine, good mood. I've been like this all day. Terrible.
I'm me.
Peter Beaufort's comment.
All my life,
my God. Underwear is good for 4 weeks. Right way, inside out, and the same procedure on backwards. Follow me for more handy tips.
I love the inside off. Yes.
Even our viewers are stooping down to their level tonight. Even our bloody viewers are stepping down to Sam and Billy's level.
My ex-wife used to buy underwear from C&A, you know. You remember the shop C&A?
I do.
And the only reason why was so she knew which way we took round to put them.
Billy!
What is going on?
Oh, that was excellent.
Alex
is getting involved.
Oh, God almighty.
It's not an auction.
Well, it is to some people, clearly. I wonder how many people in our chat have immediately gone onto OnlyFans typing Lady Sam in, and God knows what they'll get back.
It's good to know she's got career options, but I feel it's a bit like the Longstaff debate. I need to capitalise now before she gets over the mark. I'm going to be 39 in May, people. So yeah, I need to sell out soon.
Yeah.
Incoming.
Has said the guy next table to me in the hotel bar says, "What the hell are you watching? Put a headphone in or turn it off." I told him where to go. I mean, hey, listen. Brian H has missed the live. I'm starting from the start. God help you, mate. Seriously.
Oh.
Jesus. Ricky Thomas. I've read that out. I do apologize. The new TTR calendar is going to be interesting. Well, there's only Billy and Billy and Sam going to be doing that.
And Alex is out of date. No one.
Yeah. Predator says this show is filthy. I can't stand it any longer. I'm leaving and never returning.
Sure up, man. You love it.
Dowsy says Sam's sitting on faces, Billy causing an oil crisis, and Alex begging for Paul's help. Jesus, past 10 minutes. What have I walked into, you legends? Mate.
Yes.
I
love it.
Andy, I am not reading that comment out. Not a chance in hell. Aaron says Cher signed a new contract on the proviso that he carries a wet floor sign and a mop for the ladies.
I get it. Fair. It's worth it for the calendar insert alone.
Ash is asking me if I used to use Wash and Go. Do you know what I probably did? And that's why I've got no hair left. And I genuinely believe my hair loss is down to the products that I used to use. You know,
shut up, man.
No, seriously, Sam. Seriously, back in the 90s, when I used to, style the hair, I used various products of hair gel. And I genuinely believe that there was no health and safety involved in putting hair gel together back in the day. And it singed my hair follicles. That's what I genuinely believe.
A pot of Dettol or something.
Yes.
I mean, no. Susan. If you're listening, I want pictures of Paul looking like someone of Sum 41 or like some horrible 90s
No, I
boy
agree with
band.
Paul. I had some hair cream, it would have been, to make this curtain thing we used to have in the 90s, and it burnt my scalp. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Billy, you had curtains. Looking like
90s,
Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. I love that.
Not quite.
Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys.
Billy like this, yeah.
I was more of an indie type, rocky type, grungy type bloke.
Yeah, I
You
can
say
imagine that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you say that, yeah.
We
But
should
it's
do
doing
a
it a bit.
calendar of like us from the 90s. That would be hilarious. Alex, were you around then?
I went to see the Backstreet Boys in the 90s.
I am sorry. Please repeat that.
What's wrong with the Backstreet Boys? Classic.
Absolutely nothing.
I love the
Nothing.
Backstreet Boys.
Nothing.
The backdoor boys, yeah, they're all right.
I don't know what's going on with Alex. Backdoor Boys, dogging. I mean, he's done it all in this last week.
Billy had the meet and greet for that show.
Everybody, yeah.
He's off. I buy my pants secondhand on eBay, cheap and hardly a mark on them.
Oh, they're ripe.
By the way, there's a few people disagreeing that you're coming up 39, Sam.
True that. 39 May, people. May.
It's all the red
And
wine.
I am desperately trying to get a ticket. Well, waiting for the ballot to come out for the last game of the season. Dad, if you're watching, we need to go for my birthday. My birthday is the 24th. The match is the 25th. Yes, that's how I want to spend it.
Anth, wet look at hair gel and wash and go. I'm the same, Paul. Wet look. That was the one. You didn't go for the firm hold because that literally, I don't know what they used in the
Something about Mary, yeah.
You're white knuckling at that there.
There was something in that product that made your hair just go rock hard.
You sure it's not just the balding gene, no?
You're an arsehole, you know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I'm just going to go fully grey.
Oh.
I've got thick hair that will never go, but I'll be very grey. So it's
Listen,
the
I'm
opposite.
probably the only white
like
man that could.
You'd be like a silver fox, though, Alex. Like that. Like
I already
men can
am.
Age,
It's just because I've dyed
men
it that I'm not
age
grey right now.
gracefully. Like men can age, and it's absolutely fine. I mean, Paul, maybe. I joke.
Out of
I joke.
nowhere.
The
I
face.
joke.
Why are you digging me out again? What the hell, man?
Because it's fun. It's fun. That's what we do. I love you.
Whatever.
It's just a bit of fun.
Mark says, I could imagine Paul doing a flock of seagulls hairdo. I wasn't that bad. But I must admit, I am probably the only white man that could grow an afro. Right? Seriously, my hair, if I used to grow it, it went up. It didn't go backwards. It went up.
Oh.
And if I certainly back in the 90s, there was a time, a very brief time, I must admit, that I just used to get a lump of hair gel and just put it on my head and ruffle my hair up. So it looked like a wet perm. And I didn't have to do anything. And people would automatically think that I'd had a perm because my hair was curly and it just used to go that way.
Can you not grow it out for us? Because you've still got the bit at the back.
No,
you can see what it looks like just from the back.
You know, one of the gumbo weeds does that.
Yes, please do that for charity. Can we raise money for it? Would you do it if we raised money for charity? Please.
Mick Miller.
Shut up, Billy.
Alex,
I'll
get the tattoo done when you reveal the mullet that you've grown.
What tattoo are you getting, Stato?
Well, a lot of people were suggesting, actually, when the new logo came out yesterday, a lot of people were suggesting that he gets the new logo tattooed. In fact, I think all four of us need to do that. There's some commitment to the channel for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, look at that down the glasses stare out. Ooh.
Absolutely.
Wow.
How committed are you to the Toon review, you bastards?
I was going to say, I've got
thinking
no
two
skin left.
Magpies.
I've got lots of it, so I can't really say that. Come on.
Yeah. Billy, just an arse cheek.
Fuck off. I wouldn't put a fucking tattooist under that fucking stress.
Yeah. I was going to say, why you stretch for space?
Oh.
Dear. I mean, it is a good point, though, Alex. You know, the Toon.
I mean,
Trevor,
for people who are wondering, I'm thinking about two Magpies. I'm just thinking of designs and whether it's going to incorporate something from the city or I don't know yet.
We talked about that, didn't we? When we were at our fan zone on the day of the final, we were like, two Magpies.
Well, this is what I said to everybody when we were doing the England-Albania watch-along, and I told everybody that I couldn't do the blonde. I did say that me and you had a chat about tattoos, and it was genuinely a consideration. Like, I'm not... It's not something I'd be against.
The thing that I'm actually amazed about with those two comments is the fact that you two actually remember what you were talking about.
At that point, yeah.
It was relatively early in the day. We had a great day though, didn't we?
We'd only just got the inflatable Carabao Cup at that point.
Yes, that was Anya's look. She was like, "I want a cup. I want a cup." We went and got her a cup. I swear to God, that's what won us it. It was the look of Anya on the day. Krampasada. We went to the Bridge Tavern. If you're from Newcastle, classics. Head up to the fan zone. Brilliant. Loved it.
Oh, Graham says, Billy, get a the Toon review that's or TTR. Get a tattoo that says the Toon review when you're excited.
It'd have to be TTR. You'd have to abbreviate it.
Well, next to that Welsh railway station, yeah, you're right.
Alex just shut you down in balls of flames there, Billy, and you just haven't responded to it.
Sorry, Billy. Somebody teed it up. I had to knock it out.
I just did. I said that next to that Welsh railway station, you'd be right. I've got room for 3 more layers, I think.
Dear God. Dear God.
Oh,
wow.
God.
1 hour, 5 minutes into the show. That's it. We're done. It's absolutely, it's flown by. Guys, seriously, I hope you've really enjoyed and had a good laugh with the show tonight. We certainly have. It's been absolutely fantastic. Proper good old TTR Friday, that one was. Brilliant laugh. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Back to the serious stuff, of course, on Sunday night, 7 o'clock. We have the Leicester versus Newcastle match preview. We'll take a look at both sides and maybe over the weekend we might get some more news about who might be available or who's not going to make the game. and then we'll try and put a first 11 together. We'll take a look at Leicester's form, which is shit, but we will take a look at their form and how they've done this season, and then what we, of course, will think on match predictions. So don't forget, that's Sunday night at 7 p.m, and then, of course, Monday night we have Match Day Live. So plenty to look forward to on the Toon Review. But thank you very much for all your super chats and your memberships tonight. Ian Toon Traders in with a late super chat saying Ladette Sam has just broken the internet. Probably. But thank you very much for watching, everybody. Mods, thank you very much. Sam, Alex, and Billy, of course. It's been brilliant. But to you guys out there, thank you for joining us tonight. Have a cracking weekend, folks. And and we will see you on Sunday night. But in the meantime, take care, folks. And it's good night from us.
Away the lads and lasses.
Come back and check out some breathing.